man. Detroit versus everybody, man. Detroit, we rep the hardest, man. We gain the hardest. You know what it is, man. Detroit, CJ, holla at your boy when we get home.
Most exciting man in boxing. Exciting man in boxing. Led the Flair Cops. Shout out to Goodfellas Sports TV.
Yo, this is Deontay the Bronx Bummer Wild, the WBC heavyweight champion of the world. And I'd like to give a big shout out to CJ Goodfellas Sports TV. Bomb Squad, baby.
Man, here, man. 122 pounds and 10-5, man. Watch the Goodfellas Sports TV, bro.
All right, man. Let's talk about my pound for pound list. I might do a live tonight. If I do it, let something big pop up. I kind of explain it. I did one originally before the Canelo Beaver fight, so I pulled that one up first. Got a lot of controversy. You know, it's always gonna be controversy. You always got the fight. You kind of got the fans that don't like black fighters, so they always find a way to find some small piece of shit fighter to put on a list that you never heard of and they never really did much. You know, in paperweight, you'd be like, man, paperweight. You know, and I watched the small weight classes, but it's too. Some point it's just too small. You know, they be fighting. You know, just nobody. When they move up, they do move up and fight somebody prominent. You know, like Chocolito or like what the New Way doing. Too bad he didn't get an opportunity to fight Chocolito. You know, because he might be higher on my list, but. This was my original list, which I don't read the comment section because I don't have time for bullshit. So if you really got a question or whatever, hit DM me on Twitter, Instagrams. If you got my Facebook like page, which I'm trying to get rid of it. So this was my original list. It was Canelo number one, and people like Sean was like, "How can you have a drug cheat at number one?" There's been plenty of drug cheats throughout boxing history, and this is I'm putting my new one up in a minute. But my thing was he was moving up weight classes, taking chances, say what you want to say about him. Became undisputed, you know. Then he moved up, and I thought he was gonna get the benefit of the doubt versus Beevil. That's why I didn't pay attention to it. But you know, he was moving up weight classes, and you know, his activity level is one of the reasons, and collecting belts is one of the reasons I jumped him over Crawford. Crawford just hadn't been active enough, you know, in the welterweight division has been a disappointment. And hopefully if him and Terrence Crawford, Errol Spence have a fight, then, you know, he probably jump up number one, but he probably going to continue to slide. And Errol Spence will continue to slide on mine because, you know, they ain't making the big fights. And if Better B. Evan Beevil going to fight, which I'm going to unveil my new one. This is my old one. If Better B. Evan Beevil going to fight, you know, the winner, in my opinion, you know, Crawford don't fight Errol Spence or don't fight Jamel Charlo, whatever, or something of, you know, reputation, then they both gonna continue to slide, and Better B. Evan Beaver winner gonna be, or Joseph Jr. gonna be my undisputed number one. So, you know, people keep asking why you don't have Usyk or Fury. It's fucking heavyweight. You don't rank heavyweights. That's common sense in boxing. You know, they argue to me, well, Usyk was Evander Holyfield any different? I just want to know, was Evander Holyfield, was Michael Spinks pound for pound number one when he jumped up to heavyweight? You know, what cruiserweight has been on anybody's last pound for pound list? Because it's a fake division that the WBC started, just like Bridgerweight. Nobody cares about cruiserweight. Nobody ever gonna care about Bridgerweight. They started cruiserweight in 1979. So, like I said before, you wanted to put Usyk on there when he was a cruiserweight undisputed. I have no issue. He probably was on mine. But he's a heavyweight. When Evander won a title at heavyweight, did anybody say, oh, Evander's pound for pound? No. I don't remember it. You know, James Toney, great cruiserweight. You know, when he was heavyweight, you might talk about pound for pound. You don't rank heavyweights because it's nothing else. You know what I'm saying? I like to make when you talk about pound for pound in the gym, it's pound for pound. You're the strongest guy in the gym. But overall strength, this dude weighed 300 pounds. He lifting 1,000 pounds. You weigh 160. You lifting 500. He's still stronger than you in the vacuum. It don't matter. Y'all go out in the back, y'all wrestle whatever, or y'all have a lift off, and you just talking about pure weight. It's no longer pound for pound. It's just the way it is. It's no longer pound for pound. So, I mean, like I said before, we can continue to argue about heavyweights being on there. The pound for pound list was created, you know, for lower weight classes to get recognition because heavyweights used to be dominant. You know what I'm saying? So people keep talking about, well, you know why you don't rank heavyweight. Just let you know how, you know, some of these writers, And these publications that's ranking heavyweights are dumb. They are dumb. You don't rank heavyweights. I don't care if he moved up or whatever. Usyk is a heavyweight. He's considered one of the, if not the best fighter in the world, right behind Tyson Fury. There's no need to rank Tyson Fury. They are heavyweights. It's pound for pound. I'm tired of keep explaining that to people, bro. It's pound for pound. It's for lower weight classes only. Period. And nobody care about cruiserweight to begin with. So it's pound for pound. You don't care about pound for pound in heavyweights. But nonetheless, let's get the new list going. Okay. Oh, this is my new list. I done messed up Crawford name. That was a typo. My bad, homie. But Terrence Crawford, number one. He been my number one a long time, but I thought about it. Canelo getting undisputed and doing, great things in boxing, bro. And being active. That was the key for me. He was way more active than Crawford. That's why I had him over Crawford in my previous one. But Crawford, number one, back in number one. Canelo miraculously lost. He number one. Then I go better BF number two. He about to unify, or he could be unifying 3 belts. Let me not make that same mistake I made with Canelo. He could be unifying 3 belts. Joe Smith Jr. got a punch. He could catch better BF. So, but right now, better BF is my second best fighter. Beaver debut on my pound for pound list at number 3. You want to make Beaver number 1? I'm not gonna critique your list, bro. It's your list. You could be like Champ Side and have Charlo, Errol Spence, Terrence Crawford, whoever the hell, Gary Russell Jr., Gervonta Tank Davis, Shakur Stevenson. You can have an all black pound for pound list. It's your list. All right? It's your list. But I got Beaver at number 3. I mean, obviously what he did. I thought about putting him at number 2. I don't know. You can be number 2 if you want him to be, but you can be number 1 if you want to be. It's your list. But I thought about putting him at number 2, but Beaver got 2. Better be at just second belt. Just if he wasn't going into a 3 belt unification or didn't have a second belt, Beaver will probably be number 2. Number 4 is Errol Spence. Previously on my other list, Errol Spence had debuted at number 3 at number 4 after the hellacious butt whooping he put on. Or then his Ugas. People say, "Oh, you hate Spence," but he was just number 3. Beaver had to get in somewhere, so he had to fall down 1. Got 3 belts. Like I said, hell of a fighter, but nobody ever tends to remember that part of it. Canelo Alvarez, number 6. Oh, excuse me. Inu at number 5. People say some people got number 1, but that fight that he had with Donaire kind of like pushed him back for me. I mean, I said he beat him, but to me, for him to be pound for pound number 1, you shouldn't be struggling with a senior citizen the way he struggled. So that's why he slid down to me, and also for him to continue to move up. And I say he one of my favorite fighters. I try to keep it 100 for him. For him to move up, man, he got to do better than fighting. Hold on, I'm trying to pull it up. This he got to do better for me. Then he never got John Real Casimir. I think he got stripped. Let me find out right now. This cat get stripped. I think he got stripped. So I don't know. I guess he didn't. Yeah, he got stripped 6 days ago. He got stripped of the WBO title. I thought I seen that. Paul Butler elevated from interim to full champ. So they stripped him. So he got some other stuff going on in his personal life. So we'll see what happens. But yeah, they stripped him. So stripped him of the WBO. So he gone. I said nobody there to make a name off of. You beating them guys is cool, but I said he got to get 3 belts versus Donaire. Maybe go after Paul Butler after this and be undisputed and move up a few spots. But I want to see him move up, fight Stephen Fulton, MJ Marajan, Akadamalev, and Fulton. If he can beat those guys, then I think he be in the running for number 1 in my opinion, if not number 1. So before the Canelo, the New York fans freak out, I'm a big fan, but like I said, I just said what I said. I want to see him in more premier matchups and, fighting the 50-year-old Donaire twice. I don't like that. I'm not mad. The fighters don't like how he struggled in the first fight versus Donaire, and I don't care how heavy Donaire was. Dude, like 50. He one of my favorite fighters. When like 39, I'm just joking. But then number 6 is Canelo Alvarez. Dropped him in a few spots. I mean, he took a chance. He's still the money man, pound for pound. So let's drop him in a few spots. You can make a case for him to drop to 2. I mean, I can't put him over Beagle. He's got his ad. Well, I don't care if he's moving up or not. So I dropped him to 6. You can make a case at 5, 4. You know what I'm saying? You know, Whatever you want to make a case, he's 6 on my list. I just have number 1, so they really can't trip about it. They always gonna find something to poke at your list. Somebody who don't even watch boxing, don't know nothing about boxing. Number 7 is Jamel Charlo. Still got on my list. He loses weekend. He fall off, and Castanos probably entered the list. 8, Josh Taylor. Kind of struggle with him. Continue to be on the list. Just because I didn't really. I didn't like that last performance, but he won. And like I said, I rescored it. Or I scored it, and I had what's the kid's name? Jack Catterall. He winning by 1 point. So we'll see. You don't take on one fight, shouldn't. I don't care about you only good as your last fight. One fight shouldn't take away from all the incredible things he did in his opponent record. So he's still hanging in there at number 8. Stephen Fulton, number 9, terrific fighter, probably one of the most versatile fighters in boxing. Can push you back, can bang with you, can box you. So that wouldn't be a pound for pound list without some Philadelphia flavor on them. Huge fan of Stephen Fulton, hell of a fighter, bro. And then for me, George Camboso Jr. is number 10, and Shakur, I made them both a tie number 10. If I had to pick one of them, you had to force me to pick. I'm gonna say Shakur slide, probably Shakur, probably 10, and Camboso slide to 11. But I'm respect what Camboso did versus Teofimo Lopez, and if he beat Devin Haney, he might rise over a couple of these dudes. And, he might crack my top 5 or 6, depending on if he can beat Devin Haney. If Haney beat him, then Haney might crack the list. We gotta see how it is. But Shakur, amazing fighter. Two title holder in 2 different weight divisions, unified champion, ring belt at 130. So yep, that's my list. 1 Crawford, 2 Better BF, 3 Beaver, 4 Errol Spence, 5 Inoue, 6 Canelo Alvarez, 7 Jamel Charlo, 8 Josh Taylor, 9 Steve Fulton, and 10 George Camboso and Shakur Stevenson. If you got a list, if you got a list that you want to make a list, post it on Twitter or Instagram, and tag me in it, and post me on post me on that, man, and yeah, post me on that list, man, and I like to see your list, so tag me in them. I wish you could post them on I wish you could post them in the community tab, y'all, or in the comment section. That'd be dope. But yeah, we can't. But yeah, it's my list, man. It's my list. I explain why Ayoko ain't on my list. Like I said before, I don't like. I look at the smaller weight classes, but I ain't looking at that. I ain't looking at them small or Tanaka and none of them. I ain't looking at them. I ain't I go where Chocolito at, flyweight, super flyweight, stuff of that nature. So, you know, that's where that's kind of where my head at with it. But everybody gonna be a critic. You got Canelo too high. What better BF doing up there? I explained my list, and hopefully I covered every question, especially the heavyweight question. Because I'm tired of answering the heavyweight question, man. He should be on there. Or he should be. Why no fear? No Usyk, man. I just hopefully I literally explained it. But sometimes you can explain something thoroughly. It's like being in school, and it's probably that one kid. It's probably that one kid that still don't get what you're saying, and that's fine. That's why if I do go live tonight, I go live and I explain it furthermore. I explain it live. you know. But I'm pretty much sure I answered all the questions. Maybe somebody might say this, say that. Um, but for the most part, I said what I said, and I mean what I said. Hopefully, you guys, um, hopefully you just make your own. And you can post your own, and and I look at yours, and you know, we can come to an understanding. But like I said again, man, you can hit my link tree up. It's the first link in the description. Find me on Twitter, Instagram, Spotify, Anchor, Cash App, Venmo, PayPal there as well too. It's the first link there. If you want to financially donate, Cash App, $CJ Good 313, Venmo, CJ Good 313, PayPal in the description. Best way to donate, thumbs up the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel, the subscribe button, it's the bell icon button. Hit all notifications, increase your chance to get notifications. We go live or drop a video. Appreciate the love and support. One time for the one time. Peace.